For the past 3 or 4 weeks, I've been playing a lot of Splitgate 2, and if you watch my channel, you'll know that, because my past 10 uploads have pretty much all been Splitgate 2 related. Sadly, that game has a few issues right now. It's lacking progression, it's lacking content, and an update is coming July 3rd, so I need something to play until then. And a game that kept on appearing in my comments section is the finals. Some of you may know that I actually tried the finals because I shared that information with you in the comments. I did play their original alpha, I think the first ever one, and the game just ran like poo on my machine. And overall, I just didn't have a great experience with it, and therefore I've never launched the game again. But since so many people have been recommending the game, and I have a new PC, I thought, why the hell not? Let's play the finals for the first time since it released. And to my surprise, I actually really enjoy the game. I've played 2 matches, which isn't much, but I've got 33 kills and 13 deaths, so I'm doing pretty good. If skill-based matchmaking is a thing, I'm going to assume that's kicking into play very soon, and I'm going to get my ass beat. But the 2 games that I did play were very enjoyable. I seemed to get to grips with the game very quickly. The tutorial is brilliant. It's quick, like 5 minutes, does a really good job of educating you how to play the basics. Their game mode Quick Cash, which is like the staple mode for the finals. The game now runs buttery smooth on my machine. Granted, I have a bit of a powerhouse gaming PC now in comparison to what I had before. I was getting about 260 FPS on the highest settings with no frame generation, but I didn't want to run my machine at like an uncapped FPS, so I just capped it at 180, and obviously I have a smooth 180 max settings, everything maxed out, so no problems there. And the destructible environments are still in the game, they're great, very reminiscent of Battlefield. The movement in general feels really good. I like the sliding, I like the, in general, just running the, I was going to call it omni movement, but that's what COD calls it. The like constant run, you know, you're always like sprinting, no matter how you move. You can move backwards and sprint, to the side, forward, I like that. The maps feel really big and there's only 9 players, but you can get across the maps, you can traverse really quickly thanks to things like zip lines, jump pads, and just overall fast-paced movement. And the guns feel great and responsive, and I'm playing on a controller, which many people have said is usually a bad experience on the finals, but I actually found it quite enjoyable. Like, it didn't feel like anyone using keyboard and mouse had an insane advantage. A few people in my Discord server said, I don't know the name of it, but the character that has like a speed ability where they turn somewhat invisible, like a blue flash, and speed past you, they were saying like on controller that it's really difficult to hit those. I killed a few of them, seemed perfectly fine. It's a massive improvement compared to when I played their alpha, because control support back then was only partial, which further led to my like distaste for the game originally. But now it feels great. I can safely say that I will be loading up the game again to play, especially in the next few days, because I've completed the Splitgate 2 Battle Pass. There's not much else for me to do there. The player count of that game is dwindling down. Just a side note, Halo the Master Chief Collection now has more players on a daily basis than Splitgate 2, and Splitgate 2's only been here for a month. Really bad signs there. Already getting overtaken by NCC, which is what, like, I don't know, 10 years old or something at this point. Hopefully they can turn it around, but just in case, I need a game to play. And it seems like the finals will fill the potential void, and if not, it'll just be a game that gets into my regular rotation. I might sound like a noob for saying this, but the thing that stands out the most for me already in the finals is its core game mode. The objective isn't just kill the enemy team to win. It isn't a search and destroy mode, it isn't a capture the flag, it isn't a hill-based mode. It's something different, something that I don't think any or many other games have. It does have a unique loop. You spawn in, you sprint to the cash boxes, or I think that's what they're called, and then you take them to the cash out system, I believe is what it's called. And basically, yeah, you grab the box of cash, you take it to the cash out system, you shove it in there, and then you have to wait until you cash out, I think maybe like 60 seconds or something, and defend it against the oncoming teams. And it's enjoyable, it's different. It's like having to carry that objective from A to B while defending off teams is very similar to most, like you could compare it to something like an oddball from Halo, maybe, like, you know, grab the ball, take it somewhere, protect the carrier. but then you have to deposit it. You have to deposit the cash, and then you have to... It's like a mix of all these different elements. It's like the initial bit is go here and capture. Well, that's kind of like CTF. Then it's like take it from A to B and protect the carrier. That's kind of like Oddball. Then it's defend this zone while you cash out. That's kind of like King of the Hill. It incorporates all these different mechanics into one mode, which I think is really cool. And I also think that's what makes the game feel so familiar to me. I didn't feel alienated. I didn't feel like I need to play 10 games to understand what's going on. I dropped in, I got like 21 kills and 3 deaths in my first game or something. I did incredibly well. Thought I was playing bots at first, but it turns out it's real players. And I just dropped in and understood how it worked, what to do. It was simple while also being extremely chaotic at the same time. Visually looks amazing, and I had a ton of fun. I will say, the only time that I got annoyed, the one thing I didn't enjoy, is that the melee in the game seems to do like next to nothing. And if anyone is like a finals player, can you educate me on if the melee is just dog shit or if it's actually okay? Because yeah, I was getting people 1 shot or 2 shot or something with my AR. Then I ran out of ammo, I had to reload, and I was like, oh, I'll just run towards them and punch them. Surely I can hit them down with 1 hit, and no. Like, I was meleeing, like, just smack, 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 and they weren't dying, but they were on, like, 2 bars of health, and I didn't understand why. So yeah, is the melee just, like, really bad, or am I doing something wrong? You have to be, like, incredibly close to connect, or is it just bad hit reg? I don't know. But that was, like, my only annoying moment. Like, you know, a cumulative maybe 30 seconds where I was trying to melee people over 2 games is the only time I like got frustrated. The rest of the match, completely enjoyed it. It was, you know, it was a breath of fresh air. It was something different. I'm used to playing these days arena shooters and class-based shooters. This is class or loadout based, but I didn't really feel it that much. I was playing as the medium class, so like maybe that's why. There's a light and a heavy. If I played as heavy, maybe I'd be like, oh, okay, now the game's a little slower. If I play as light, maybe I'd be like, I'm dying more because I have less health. I don't know until I try those, but this is just like my initial thoughts. I will try the other classes and probably make a follow-up video in a few weeks or something when I've played more. But yeah, as a Halo and Splitgate player for the past, like, God knows how many years. I mean, I've been playing Halo since I was 8 and Splitgate since 2018. So this is something different for me. I finally found another shooter game that I actually enjoy, which is nice. So yeah, it's hard to believe that I slept on this for so long, and it seems like a lot of people are. The game is incredibly underrated. I mean, it's not doing bad by any means. I think right now on Steam it has like 20,000 players, which is pretty decent. But the all-time peak for the game was 242,000 on Steam alone, and that was a year and a half ago, basically when the game dropped, and it like fell off a cliff. A similar story to what Splitgate 2 is looking like. You know, the game released, and literally 3 months later, it was at 20,000 players. Like, it lost 220,000 people in 3 months. Yeah. And they just, I think, yeah, they need to do some more pushes. They need to try and bring people back. And maybe videos like this and ones that other creators make will raise awareness. And you guys in the comments pushed me to try it. I felt kind of like bullied into playing it because everyone was like, just play the finals. Splitgate 2 is going to die in a month. The finals is so much better. You need to try the finals. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll launch it. I'll try it. And I'm glad I did. So thanks for like bullying me into playing this game. I'm sure that I'll be playing a lot more of it going forward. With that said, the finals is free to play. It's like 20 gig or something, small. So download it if you haven't played since launch, or if you've never played at all, and give it a try. You really aren't losing anything by doing so. And maybe you'll find another game for your daily or weekly rotation, or however often you play games. And that's it. I'll see you in the future at some point for another finals video. It might be a few weeks away, might be a few months away, but I promise there will be another finals video at some point on this channel. And goodbye.
Nitros advance today.